Okay, students, welcome to the mathematics class. In the last class, we discussed about the general term and general form of the arithmetic progression, right now. So, we are going to continue that topic actually. Just now, we revised actually general form of the arithmetic progression and general term of the arithmetic progression. So, I asked one question. So, like arithmetic progression, can we give the general term for the sequence? For that, here we have one example. Okay, you just go through this example. So, example here in the sequence, understand the problem properly. So, this problem actually, this is an old syllabus textbook photocopy. So, just to see the example in the sequence 2, 4, 6, 8, so on. In the sequence 2, 4, 6, 8, so on up to infinity, find the nth term. Here the question is, we have to find the nth term of this sequence. This is not AP, okay? Just they are mentioning that it is a sequence. Now, you can write the nth term now. So in the actually old textbook and all, instead of taking a1 a2, now we are writing the first term as a1, second term as a2, third term as a3, like that an we are taking. No, in the previous textbooks old syllabus, so they are taking that first term as t1, second term as t2, third term as t3, okay, term 1, term 2, term 3, term nth term, like that they are taking. Okay, so now here the first term T1. So T1 is in the form of 2, in the sense we can write 2 into 1. No? Yes, we can write 2 into 1. Now T2, second term is 4. How can we write? We can fix this 2 as constant number. Then 2 into 2, 2 2s are 4. No? Then T3. So 6, T3 which is equal to 6. Then common number is 2. So 2 3s are, we can observe here 2 is a fixed number, constant number. Here we are varying that what? 1, 2, 3, so on up to n. N is the last number. Either it is a 20th number or 30th number or 125th number, like that, n. Okay. So, how can we write the general term for this sequence? I think you have got the idea. How can we write the general term for this sequence? Here we can fix the two constant. Then 1, 2, 3, so on up to n is varying. So can we write the general term? Here general term is represented as, okay, so Tn. So now we are taking actually that is An. An. We are mentioning the general term as An. Now. Here they are taking Tn, nth term of the sequence. 2 into n. Can we predict that 2 into n? Yes, no? So this sequence is having the general term 2n. For example, so you need the 10th term of this sequence. How can you calculate the 10th term of the sequence? 2 into 10, that is 20. 10th in the 10th place we'll get 20. So because of this general term, here we got the sequence general term is 2 into n. Either whether this is constant for all the sequence, now can you give the answer? Can we give this type of general term to the sequence? Here we got the general term for this sequence as 2n. Is it 2n for all the sequence, students? I'm asking one question. Yes, look at one more example. I think after the discussion of this example, you are able to give the answer for my question. Okay. So now second question is like this. Find the nth term of the sequence. Here also same to same type of question, but sequence is different. Here we took the sequence actually. Mataji voice is breaking. Okay. So Shrita gave one message that Mataji voice is breaking for everyone. 1 second. Vidya is waiting in the lobby. Let us admit Vidya. Yes. Students, my voice is breaking. Voice is clear. Yeah, I think Sushrita, network problem from your side. For remaining students, it is clear. Okay. Yes, we'll continue. Okay, students. So we are discussing the second problem, that is find the nth term of the sequence, that is 1 by 2, 2 by 3, 3 by 4. You can observe the pattern. You can continue this one, right? No, 1 by 2, 2 by 3, 3 by 4. Then you can guess the next term, that is 4 by 5. Then 5 by 6, like that we can continue. So here, how can we write this one in the form of, so we have to find out the general term for this one. Okay, so if I want to find out the 15th term of this one, so I have to find out what rules they have applied, no? So 1 by 2. So we took it in the form of 1 divided by 1 plus 1. Then 2 by 3. Here 2 divided by 2 plus 1. So numerator is increasing by 1 digit, no? And denominator is also increasing by 1 digit. So that we are taking that as 1 plus 1. Then 2 divided by 2 plus 1. Then 3 divided by 3 plus 1. This type we took actually. So if I want to write the nth term of this sequence, so then here, so 1, 2, 3 numerator, that we are taking number of terms n. So in the denominator also first term is n, then 1 is constant actually. So general term of this sequence is Tn is equal to n divided by n plus 1. So if we want to find out the 15th term, then what you have to do, here in place of n you have to write 15, then here 15 plus 1, that is 16, 15 divided by 16. Fatafat you can give the answer. Why we need the general term? Got the idea now? Why we need general term? ನಮ್ಗೆ general term ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಕು? ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು 27th ಟರ್ಮ್ ನ ಬರೀರಿ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಹಾಗೆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಜನರಲ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ನೀವು ಅಷ್ಟು ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಟೈಮ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸೊ ಜನರಲ್ ಟರ್ಮ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇನ್ AP also why we need the general term? For example, when AP is given, so if we want to write 31st or 32nd term, then we are not having the time to write all the term by adding the fixed number. So to find out the 32nd or 33rd term directly, we need the general term for the arithmetic progression, like that. In the sequence also we are having the general term, but we are not having the fixed general term. So we cannot give the conclusion that general term. So this is for the particular sequence we can give the general term. So nth term, we can say that as nth term. Nth term of this sequence is 2n. Then nth term of this sequence is n divided by n plus 1. This is not fixed like AP. But in AP, this is fixed. That's why this is called as general term. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So from this, we can conclude that it is not possible to obtain general term for all the sequences. For all the sequences, we cannot give the general term. Okay, like AP. Got the idea of this concept now, students? So why we need the general term? You have got the idea now? Yes. Now let us move on to the next topic now. Yes. So exercise, first exercise, actually homework, you have finished the first exercise, and most of the students, I think you have got the answer for the first exercise in the actually yesterday, day before yesterday I posted one video, no? So I think you have completed that video, huh? So in that video you got the answers for the first exercise, but not for every question. So here many students are asking the doubt that in the first exercise, first means second question, we need the explanation part for the second question. So I want to explain the second question now. First exercise, second question. You just look at the second question. You are having the photocopy copy of that textbook exercise form now? Yes. So here we have the second question like this. Yeah. The amount of air present in a cylinder when a vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the air remaining in the cylinder at a time. Actually, what is the question actually? So we have to read the statement and we have to write the sequence. Then we have to observe whether the sequence is forming an AP or not. So we have to check whether the sentence forms AP or not. Okay. So here the sentence is amount of air present in a cylinder when a vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the air remaining in the cylinder at a time. Okay, so for this I took one, I want to explain with the help of one diagram. But beginning, just what we have to take, let the volume of air in a cylinder be V liters. First, now cylinder is completely filled. Okay, so volume of air is present in the cylinder, we have to take it as V. Now it is completely V liters of air is present in the cylinder. In each stroke, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಯೂಮ್ ಪಂಪ್ 1/4 ಆಫ್ ದ ಏರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ, ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. 1/4 ಆಫ್ ದ, ಪ್ರತಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೋಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ 1/4 ಆಫ್ ದ ಏರ್ ಅನ್ನ ತೆಗಿತಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು AP ಅನ್ನ present ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Okay, so after every stroke, so first I'll explain this one, then I'll go to the diagram part. After every stroke, now V liters ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ 1 ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 1/4 ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್, 3/4. So 3/4, ಮುಕ್ಕಾಲ್ ಭಾಗ, 25% if we remove. Now 100% cylinder, 100% air is inside the cylinder. If we remove 1/4 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು, 25% of the air we removed. Then what is the remaining air inside the cylinder? Actually 75%. One stroke ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ, now 75% of the air remaining. Next, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೋಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆ 75% ಆಫ್ ದ ಸಿಲಿಂಡರ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ 100%. ಆ 100% ಅನ್ನ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ 1/4 ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆ 75% ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ 75% ಉಳ್ಕೊಳತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಕಾಲ್ ಭಾಗ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಕೆಲವರು ಇದನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಸಿ 1 - 1/4 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3/4 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಏರ್ ವಿಲ್ ರಿಮೈನ್. So volume will be V, 3V/4, like that we'll get. Okay, so how this one I'll explain with the help of this diagram. Okay, now you just see cylinder. Okay, so here I took this figure. So now it is a complete cylinder. In the beginning, actually complete air is there. So that we are taking this one as V liters. Okay, now 1/4 of the first stroke. Now first stroke, 1/4 of the air removes, 125%. So what is remaining now? 25% remaining, removed in the sense 75% is remaining. 75% ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ನ 3/4 ಅಷ್ಟು ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ 3/4 of the volume is remaining now. Now this 3/4 V, now it is 100% for us. Okay, so now ಈ ಸಿಲಿಂಡರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇವಾಗ 75% ಉಳಿತು, but we have to take this as 100% now. 3/4 V is remaining in the second, okay, figure. Now again in this 3/4 V, we have to remove 25%. 25% in the sense 1/4. So then how much is remaining again? Again 3/4. Now if 1/4 is removed in the sense, again 3/4 is remaining. ಯಾವುದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ 3/4 is remaining? This 3/4 into 3/4 V. So this is actually ಇಲ್ಲಿ 100% ಯಾವುದು ನಮಗೆ 3/4 V. ಅದರೊಳಗೆ 25% ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಇದರ ಮತ್ತೆ 3/4 ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ 3/4 into 3/4 V. Now we have to take again this one as 100%. ಈಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇದು 100%. 100% ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ, 3/4 into 3/4 is 100%. Again we have to remove 25% from this. Okay, so then how much is remaining? Again ಇದರ 75% ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ 3/4 into 3/4 V. ಅದರ 75% ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು, ಅಗೇನ್ 3/4. ಸೊ ಈ ತರನೇ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ V, ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ಸಿಲಿಂಡರ್ ಈಸ್ V. After removing 1/4 of the air, okay, from the first cylinder, then 3/4 of the V is remaining. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಕ್ಕಾಲ್ ಭಾಗ ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇದು ನಮಗೆ 100% ಆದಾಗ ಇದರ ಮುಕ್ಕಾಲ್ ಭಾಗ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು 3/4 ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ 3/4 into 3/4 ಆದಾಗ 3/4 into 3/4, 3/4 whole square into V. Next one more time, ಮತ್ again ಇದರ 75% ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ one more 3/4 we have to take for that. So that Okay, so 3 by 4 whole cube V. So if we continue this sequence, then 3 by 4 to the power of 4 into V, 3 by 4 to the power of 5 into V, like that we'll get the sequence. Whether it forms an AP, just by looking the sequence only, we can give the conclusion that this is not forms an AP, because 3 by 4 V minus V and 3 by 4 whole square V minus 3 by 4 V, so will not get the same difference, no? So that's why this sequence does not forms an AP. Now got the idea of this problem, students? So if you are having any confusion, now only you can discuss. We'll have the time. Okay, I'll stop the recording portion. Pause. Oh, the meeting will end for all participants in 5 minutes. Okay, so we got the meeting warning actually. In the beginning, now ಅದನ್ನ set ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ 2 hours ಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, but again it is showing that 5 minutes. If the meeting ends, just join with the same link, students. Okay, if the meeting ends, join with the same link. Further, I want to continue little bit. Okay, yes, now we'll continue with this link only. When meeting ends, now you just join with the same link. Okay, yes, we'll see this problem. Okay, see here, for first main fourth problem. So most of the students actually you used simple interest formula. So but here they have asked about the compound interest, no? So compound interest they have asked, but you used simple interest formula. That is the one mistake here. Okay, so here we have to take the formula amount A is equal to P into 1 plus R divided by 100 here to the power of T. It is clear, no? T here, T in the sense year, first year, second year, time, duration. So P in the sense principal, okay? So 10,000. So 1 plus R in the sense rate of interest. So divided by 100 whole to the power of T. This is a compound interest formula. So here P is 10,000, R is 8% per annum, T is equal to 1, 2, 3. You are all having the problem, no? So amount in the first year. So first year amount. 10,000 into 1 plus, here rate of interest is 8. So in place of R, we have to substitute 8 divided by 100 for the first year. First year in the sense in place of P, we have to take 1. Then here 10,000 into, here LCM ತಗೊಂಡು add ಮಾಡೋದು everybody know, no? Yes. Zoom ಮಾಡಿ ಮಾತಾಜಿ. Okay, zoom. 10,000 into, here 1 plus 8 by 100 is 108 divided by 100. You all know this one. Then here 0, 0, 0, 0 get cancelled. Then 100 into 108, that is which is equal to 10,800. Amount in the first year actually 10,000 rupees, 10,800. Now amount in the second year we have to calculate, same to same formula we have to use, but just in place of T we have to substitute 2 because amount in the second year we have to calculate. So now principal is 10,000. 1 plus 8 by 100 to the power of 2. Calculate this one. 10,000 divided by, here again you will get 108 divided by 100 to the power of 2. So then 10,000 divided by 108 by 100 to the power of 2, in the sense 2 times we have to take now. 108 by 100 into 108 by 100. So then after the simplification, 108 into 108 will get, that is 11,664. So now, so we can easily, 3 terms is enough to find out whether it forms an AP or not. Already first amount is 10,000, principal amount is 10,000. Next for the first year, so amount is 10,800. Then for the second year, amount is 11,664. If you continue this, you will get one sequence. Whether it forms an AP or not, we have to find out now. Just find out the difference. This A2 minus A1, that is 10,800 minus 10,000, which is equal to 800. Then 11,664 minus 10,800, which is equal to 864. Here only we can guess the answer. 800 and 864. We got the difference. Okay. Difference is not same. So that is common difference is not same. Hence it does not form an AP. Got the idea of this one now? Yes, students. Do you have any other doubts in the first exercise? I think remaining exercise and all very simple. Okay, so you just to go through that solution, whatever So you are having the solution in your WhatsApp group, no? Just copy that solution in your fair notebook. So if you are having any confusion, you can ask personally. So 1 or 2 problem, Mataji, last problem. If you are having any confusion like such 1 or 2 problem, you can ask anytime, you can call, okay? So I'm not going to discuss all the problems in the class. So now we are moving to our next topic actually. So I think the meeting, okay, shall we end this meeting? Join with the same link for further 10 minutes, okay? Just I want to continue. Yes. Join with the same